When you have a particular relationship that occurs again and again, and you can generally use where you can use some of the numbers to find the other numbers. You have a consistent equation. In other words, we generally construct what's called a formula, and a formula is nothing more than just an equation. But specifically, the formulas we tend to be focusing on are things like this one. This one's actually called Ohm's law. But if we know the voltage of the voltage of a circuit is generally or is always going to be equal to its current times the resistance. And we can use that. So for instance, down here, if I say a current of 1.25 milliamps is flowing across a 4,000 ohm resistor, what's the voltage being applied? Well, we know that V equals I times R, so what we can do is we can just say, well, the voltage, you do need to pay attention to units when you're dealing with formulas, and you'll notice that this specifically says that's V is in volts, I is in amps, and R is in ohms. And if you plug a number in that doesn't have the right units, it's going to mess you up. So you want to make sure you plug in the right units there. So instead of plugging in 1.25, because that's the number of milliamps, we were conveniently supplied with 0.00125 amps for a current. So 0.00125 is the number of amps. Let's see, the resistance is 4,000. So, to figure out what the voltage is, what we can do is we can just take 0.00125 times 4,000, and we end up with 0.00125 times 4,000, not 400, and we can see we get V is 5. So that means the voltage of this particular circuit would be 5 volts. You could do other formulas. For instance, if you're dealing with the septic system, you might be able to figure out how the detention time relates to some formula involving the total volume and the flow rate. I don't think this one is exactly accurate, though. I just ran through an example and saw that the numbers came out as way too big, so I suspect this probably, instead of being in cubic feet, is probably supposed to be in gallons, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what the formula is. In any case, formulas are things like this that relate those quantities.